Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a well for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite local Darug man Dr. Joshua Tobin to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Budri Malunawal, everyone. Nalaway. Good morning and welcome to the lands of the Warramadigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians of the land in this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important to our people and is much appreciated, particularly by our elders. My family is in fact descendant from the Yarramundi, a respected elder and clever man from the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could be best secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Government Macquarie, offering a formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years, and with her newly acquired skills, act to lobby and secure herself some land for herself and family out along Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined and became known as Blackstown, from which the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We're very proud of her, as I am sure your family is of you today, and with good reason. You see, your success is our success, and your advancement is our advancement. Now, this was probably a lot better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live together quite beautifully when we work together. The gift of knowledge and education is valued by my family and yours. The transfer of knowledge has taken place over tens of thousands of years, from teacher to student, parent to child, and from elder to listener. I, like yourselves, very shortly, have been fortunate to graduate from university, and working as a medical doctor has allowed me to fully realise the skills, knowledge and strength university education has given me and subsequently provided for my family. My Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to recommend them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on what to expect for ourselves today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked, and they made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down. Harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling. There was no slavery, no rich and no poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unknown of, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways were kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them, as they have done for the past 20,000 years. It's important to remember that this was not a dream or even an ideal vision. This was normal life for the longest time, and really not so long ago. And I see no reason why we shouldn't expect any less for ourselves and for our children, as this is what our ancestors enjoyed. Yep, there are a whole lot more of us at the moment, but we are very clever people, and there is much more magic still left in this world. So I would say to expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is normally good, and we are normally very happy people. Share your gifts with the world, and keep following that beautiful spirit within yourselves that has gotten you this far. Together we can create a country that we can be proud of, and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our own little bit. Now, graduands, I will do mine by winding it up and letting you graduate. I just want to say congratulations to you all, enjoy your day, and all the best for your collective futures. Thank you, Yanu, and welcome.
I'm pleased to introduce the Chancellor of Macquarie University, Dr. Martin Parkinson, AC. Chancellor.
Just like to say thank you to Joshua for that warm welcome to country, and to say again that you and your family do us a great honour with your willingness to contribute to these remarkable celebrations. So on behalf of everyone here, thank you, Joshua. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The welcome to country you've just heard from Joshua is a reminder of the long history of the land on which we meet, of its custodians, the Darug people, and of the charge that they've given us to use this land for teaching, learning and discovery. It also reminds us that knowledge sharing and its transmission predates the creation of universities, as important as these are as institutions. But let me start today by welcoming you, each and every one of you, here to Macquarie University Wallamadigal campus. Importantly, I want to offer a warm welcome and hearty congratulations to our graduands, soon to be graduates. It is a magnificent moment of occasion for you, so I really hope that you enjoy the day. Completing a degree is never easy. You all know that firsthand now. It requires determination and perseverance. It requires hard work, and it requires dedication to purpose. Each and every one of you should be incredibly proud of what it is that you've achieved that brings you to this point today. I can assure you that the university is very proud of your achievements. Many of you are also fortunate enough to be here in the presence of family and friends. That's not the case for everyone. Distance, ongoing COVID restrictions and travel limits have prevented some from being here with their loved ones. But for all of you, even in your most challenging moments of your study, these people, your family, your friends, your community will have made your journey easier. So to all the family and friends of our graduands, I would really like to express a warm welcome and appreciation for you being here today. To our graduating students, the support you've received is a reminder that while our individual efforts are important, much of what we'll achieve in our lives will happen because we support one another, because we work together, because we live together as a community. In short, as Joshua suggested, we truly are stronger together. It's important to maintain this commitment to mutual support, especially in times of great turbulence. As we look around the world today, we're confronted. I just say children are absolutely welcome here because they are our next waves of graduates. So please don't feel any issues. Allow them to enjoy the day. We'll talk about early access, early entry after we finish here. Look, I said a moment ago, as we look around the world today, we really are confronted by a series of quite difficult issues. We see increasingly divergent political landscapes reflected in the rise of populism, authoritarianism, and a return to nation-state conflict. We see deliberate attempts by both state and non-state actors to sow disinformation, to undermine trust in science and reasoning in order to fracture our communities. And we see a global community that itself is struggling to find common cause on the great challenges confronting humanity, whether that be mass migration to escape conflict or poverty, whether it be global health crises or climate change. Everywhere we face challenges. And it's clear to me that the world that we'd become used to over the past 75 years is no longer the world that we're in. Every generation thinks that the time in which it's operating is unusually complex, but there's no doubt in my mind that we are in a period of much greater complexity, much greater uncertainty than at any point in my lifetime at least. How we as individuals, communities and countries navigate these challenges is going to be central to our shared prospects for peace and prosperity wherever we live. I hope that your education here and your education that predated your arrival at Macquarie has strengthened your sense of the importance of working together for the betterment of our communities, our nations and our world. Now, as you go out into the world as graduates of Macquarie University, your lives will get busy with the minutiae of life, your jobs, your relationships, your families, and so on. But I urge you to keep an eye out for a few issues. Ask yourself, how can I play a role in navigating through times of great turbulence? What is my responsibility as a graduate and a scholar to create a better world? How can I engage in dialogue as a member of the Australian community or as a member of other countries' communities, or indeed as a member of the global community? Respectful engagement and constructive dialogue are central to solving the big problems that we face. So I'd urge you to draw on the skills and experiences you've gained here at Macquarie and throughout your entire education journey to participate fully in those discussions to help make a better world for all of us. Again, harking back to what Joshua said, we must all be willing to share our skills and knowledge and to bring our expertise to the table. We must all be prepared to continue to intellectually grow, to be good listeners, to learn from others, and to respect a diversity of views. So I encourage you to remain curious, to be a lifelong learner. After all, as Mark Twain said, and I quote, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbour, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. In short, be optimistic, seek challenges, and take calculated risks. But to do that, though, you need strength. And as the great African-American writer and Nobel Prize winner Toni Morrison told another university gathering in 1996, and I quote, "Service to the individual, to the government, to the world requires unwavering commitment to intellectual freedom, to virtues already being debased by apathy or mindless rage, virtues of integrity, honour, faith, selflessness and courage." I think these are wonderful words, and I urge you to remember them as you go forward as a graduate of Macquarie University. Now, soon it will be my honour to confer on you your degrees and to welcome you to the ranks of Macquarie University alumni. First, however, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Mr. Mahood Jamaldeen. Mahood is a graduate of Macquarie University, having completed both an honours degree in economics and a Master of Research degree in economics. He also led an active student life as president of the University United Nations Society, as well as working part-time on campus facilities and at graduations. As an economist, Mahood's had a varied career across the private, public and not-for-profit sectors. He's a former senior economist at Oxfam, where he worked on some of the biggest issues of our time, including income inequality and multinational tax avoidance. As a former Commonwealth Treasury official, he worked on Australia's foreign investment framework, helping manage the tricky balance between economic and national security considerations. He's currently a director at Deloitte Access Economics, Australia's largest private sector economics team, where he works on public policy reform issues, focusing on housing affordability, natural disaster risk reduction, and supply chain issues, among a broad portfolio of responsibilities. He indeed is and has been contributing to making a better community for all of us. As someone who's passionate about making the world a better place, Mahood leverages his training in economics to apply analytical thinking to solve some of Australia's trickiest problems. I'm now going to invite Mahood Jamaldeen to deliver the occasional address for this graduation ceremony. So please join me in welcoming Mahood.
Thanks very much, Chancellor, for that warm introduction. Before I begin today, I also wanted to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledge First Nations people present here today. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Presiding officer, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates and their families and friends. It's a tremendous honour and privilege to be here to speak to the graduating class of 2022. Without a doubt, it has been an extremely challenging couple of years with the pandemic, and getting here has been no mean feat. So first of all, congratulations, graduates, you've made it. As a young kid growing up in Sri Lanka, first generation to attend university, the only way for someone like me to access the high quality education of a place like Macquarie was through a scholarship. And for that, I'm forever grateful to the university. As the Chancellor said in the introduction, I have also had the privilege of having a very vibrant time at MacUni. I served as the president of the Macquarie United Nations Society. I worked on campus at the old URMQ, the old campus catering and facilities shop, setting up for graduations like this and organising and serving an assortment of food and drink that awaits you at the end of today's proceedings as well. So when the business school invited me to come here today to speak to you all, I wanted to share with you two things that I hope help inspire a moment of courage or inspiration in each of you as you leave these hallowed grounds. The first of these is something that was ingrained into us when I did my honours year in economics, and that is this mantra that has stayed with me since I left Macquarie, and that is this: there is no such thing as a condition-free theorem. I know, you're all thinking, why is this guy talking about academic stuff? We're done and dusted with our degrees. Hear me out, it'll make sense in a moment. I used to take Tony Bryant's advanced microeconomics class on general equilibrium theory. I know, right? Exciting stuff. And his mantra from day dot was, there is no such thing as a condition-free theorem. We loved it so much that we had t-shirts made at the end of the year. That's how great it was, and that's how we so believed and embodied this mantra. Beyond the complexities of topological mathematics and fixed point theorems of the GE world, I also think there is a real-world story here when you dig deeper and scratch beneath the surface. As you begin your professional lives, you will be part of decisions about business or government every single step of the way there will be assumptions. If you're going to stand out, or if you're going to innovate, or if you're going to make a real difference, as the Chancellor said, take a moment to consider the assumptions underpinning a particular perspective. Build up 10 seconds of courage to raise your hand up during that meeting or send out that email asking the question, what are the assumptions underpinning this particular decision? What happens if those assumptions don't hold? If we take assumptions at face value and not test the validity, then there will be limited progress in society. And as the Chancellor said, we live in an extremely complex time and there are tremendous challenges ahead of us which we need to tackle. And that all starts with asking that question, what are the assumptions underpinning this particular perspective, this particular situations? How can we test their validity and challenge those assumptions? People who look like me with names like mine are not typical in leadership circles in the corporate world or in the public sector or in government. The assumptions that hold back the economic and social dividends of diversity, equity and inclusion can only be overcome if we question our own biases and our own assumptions within hiring policies. The second point I wanted to share with you today relates to understanding and knowing your personal intrinsic why. This is your own unique motivation based on your lived experience, your family, your culture, and your story. Understanding your own unique why is one of the keys to success and satisfaction in both your professional and personal lives. Don't panic. You don't have to have it all figured out just yet. This is a lifelong journey, and your why will evolve over time, as do your life circumstances. But taking the time to reflect, that is what is important. To understand your unique story, your culture, your background, so that you can then develop a unique perspective about what guides you in life. I think that's what is important to reflect upon. In my case, I did economics because I believed that it had the power to make the world a better place, that it could make a difference. Growing up around war and in relative poverty in Sri Lanka, I knew that economics could create that better world. With this guiding North Star, guiding my passion and my motivation, I've been lucky enough to work on some of the greatest challenges ahead of us and that are with us at this point in time. And those include working on economic inequality at Oxfam, tackling issues like foreign investment, national security decisions, and economic decisions at the same time when I was at the Commonwealth Treasury. And now at Deloitte Access Economics, I lead teams working on issues tackling climate change, natural disaster risk reduction, and figuring out a way to reshape our cities and regions to address things like housing affordability, but also make our places better, our communities better, and our society better. At this point, graduates, I'd like to invite you to do something with me here today. Take a moment to ponder about the various challenges you've had to overcome to get to where you are today. It might be the struggles of your high school years to get that ATAR you so desperately wanted, or staying up late at night to finish those assignments, or doing online exams. That's a completely new thing. Doing those exams maybe while being overseas, or attending lectures while you were overseas online, all those challenges. Or working that part-time job to save enough money to get yourself through university. Every single step of the way, you have faced challenges and you have overcome. Whatever it might be, your story is unique to you, and your struggles are unique to you. Use your struggles, those reflections that you have at the end of today, remembering the struggles that you've gone through to get here. Use those struggles as a reminder that you can, at the face of adversity, overcome. Even if you might not succeed at first pass, call on the strength of your why, your intrinsic why, and your story to help you dust yourself off, and keep on going. And when you dust yourself off, using your struggles and intrinsic why as motivation, remember that you could get that promotion that you so richly deserve and want. And you could win that electoral seat that you've been trying so hard to win. And you could get that funding for your startup that you've so been working hard for. Failure is a part of life. It's how you get up and keep going that really does matter. As you embark on this big step graduating from the Macquarie Business School, I'll leave you with these two key messages. Remember to question the assumptions and test their validity. Remember that mantra, there is no such thing as a condition-free theorem. This is fundamental to innovation and for us to progress as society. Number 2, draw on the courage of your past and be emboldened to understand and know your intrinsic why. This is your story. This is your history. And this is your moment. I hope these messages will give you clarity in your purpose, a sparkle in your eye, and a spring in your step, and help you be your best self. Congratulations once again, graduates. The world awaits. Thank you.
Gee, I love a good economist. For those of you who don't know, I'm an economist. Should have been pretty obvious with that comment. Look, Mahid, you touched on two things that are incredibly important, and I really hope that not just for our graduates, but for everyone here, we take the opportunity to reflect on them. As members of communities, it is really important to remember that most public policy discussions are essentially a set of solutions in search of a problem. And what I mean by that, I mean exactly what Mohid said, which is you really question the assumptions, understand what problem it is that is meant to be being solved here, and don't just look at the surface of it, but really dig into it and think through the consequences. Because often the consequences of a policy that looks quite attractive on the surface can be quite perverse. The second thing he said, which I thoroughly endorse, is pick yourself up, dust yourself off when you face adversity. That is the sign of your character. It is not a sign of your character that you've just done well. It's a sign of your character about how you respond when you face new challenges. So, Mohid, on behalf of everybody here, I really want to, again, thank you for sharing those wise thoughts. Thank you. Now, as Chancellor of Macquarie Uni, I really look forward to presiding at ceremonies like this and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. So I'm now going to call on our Acting Registrar, Professor Mariella Herberstein, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being present here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirement of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission for degrees please stand?
In the name of Macquarie University Council and by my authority of Chancellor, I admit each and every one of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations, well done.
Graduates, please be seated. Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. I now call on Professor Leonie Tickle, Deputy Dean of Research and Innovation for the Macquarie Business School, to present the graduates. Professor Tickle.
Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Macquarie Business School. Macquarie Business School represents the modern version of the long and storied history at this university of teaching the next generation of leaders in the fields of economics, finance, actuarial studies, business analytics, marketing, management, and accounting. Our school prides itself on a simple and singular focus: you to the power of us. The great economist and philosopher Amartya Sen, winner of the 1998 Nobel Prize in Economics, once said that true liberty is to have the freedom to live the life one has reason to value. So it follows that our true purpose at Macquarie Business School is to empower you, our students, to lead lives you have reason to value. We aim to give you both feet and wings. Feet in the foundational training of maths and philosophy, recast in the modern disciplines of management, economics, marketing, and beyond, and wings so that you find inspiration in the grand problems of our time. Profound change is upon us today. The scale and combination of demographic, economic, political, technological, environmental, and societal change poses risks to people and planet alike. Our society faces escalating geopolitical tension at the same time that we wrestle with climate change, energy transition, income inequality, and fragmentation of news channels. I have every confidence that those of you graduating today will rise to and join the highest echelons of leadership in Australia and within our region. Sitting amongst us are tomorrow's CEOs, members of Parliament, entrepreneurs, public administrators, not-for-profit leaders, academics, and thought leaders. So graduates, I hope that when you look back at your time with us, you remember not only your sacrifice and years of hard work, but that your experience empowered you to serve and make a difference to the world and lead a life of value. Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from the Macquarie Business School whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Professional Practice, Catherine Boryak, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Robin Joshi. Emmett Ma. Vivian Chen. Jingru Wang, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Pierce Yoon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Massey Dowdy. Jay Fosdar. Lucas Haniotis, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Stephanie Lam, who's also been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Tony Michael. Romani Mihal. Kundan Puni. Hashif Vado, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Michelle Wang. Tian Xiang. Thomas Yap. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies. Achal Atri. Emma Chan. Tommy Chu. Johan George. Casey Ann Huang. John Luke Jamal. Tavonka Nyoka. Ariane Panchasara. Daniel Reinhard. Raghav Tonsei Bhatt. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Business Analytics. Tanya Bhatnagar. Matthew Brown. Yan Tung Lo. Rabia Randhawa. Martin Spacek. Ethan Swen. Sanya Verma. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Business Analytics. Kajal Archery. Hayden Blair. Daniel Chan. Nahara Idiriwira Galapati. Oscar Herr. Ariane Nicole Honrada. Martina Halil. Johnson Ngo. Scala Sarani. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Actuarial Studies. Rafat Ahmed. Nathan Becerra. Matthew Brown. Ali Hassan Mohammed Sharolia. Michael Cheng. Damesh Desai. Huiyi Feng. Natalie Gillespie. Searchy Ho. So Young Jong. Charles Kaparakis. Huang Niat Nui Nguyen, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Guang Yu Shang. Vu Quinn Chang Chan. Mi Teo Vo, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Kevin Yanata. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Analytics. Rucha Bhagat. Jonathan de Botton. Ishmael Kaur. Cyrus Kwan. Suyeon Lee. Panashe Makumbe. Avinash Mende. James Mitzi. Son Nguyen. Rachel Ullman, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Krish Wahe. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Cameron DaCosta. Matthew Hook. Maria Ivovic. Leon Wang. Zerlin Wang. Ting Ting Wen. Benjamin West. Samuel Whiteley. Jock Wilcox. Lachlan Williams. Shiralen Williams. Charlotte Wilson, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Olivia Wilson. Connery Wisely. Kelly Wong. Jian Heng Wu. Cherlin Wu. Daniela Zaruni. Jun Zheng. Ashley Ju. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Business Analytics and Master of Information Technology in Cybersecurity, Adibawale Tolape Adelabu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce and Master of Forensic Accounting and Financial Crime, Dukas Tendai Mwanaka. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Nehal Danji Halai. Ji Huan Lee. Xian Li. Sumaya binti Mostaq. Huang Dui Nguyen. Jaron and Tara Cynthia. Hao Yu Wang. Nancy Xu. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional, Syed Mohammed Ul Hassan Kazmi. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Master of Accounting and Leadership, Kaushik Ahmed. Diana Judith Davey. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Actuarial Practice, Balaranan Biambador. Sergio Chen. Mwilla Chikonde. Shijir Gao. Stuti Khanna. Haipeng Lin. Kelly Kai Ling Yong. Chunshi Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Advanced Professional Accounting, Kupakwoshe Doro. Yiran Lee. Tej Krishna Pajapate. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Business Analytics, Shenya Agarwal. Angel Abraham. Maliha Atta. Sonali Baliwada. Elaine Barton. Pratamesh Devaraju. Wamika Dogra. Mai Tan Tao Ha, who's been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Chris Gerald Vargas Odom. Dinesh Rajaseka. Sanchit Pravin Salvi. Saurabh Singh. Samara Simha Reddy Vallam. Jin Hong Jung. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Commerce, Priyanka Chetri. Tao Nguyen Din. Sir Hin Lee. Rao Muhammad Saad. Samir Tapa. Xiao Jie Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Forensic Accounting and Financial Crime, Rebecca Chapman. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Oyunsud Amgalan. Ria Baveja. Nikita Sopan Bor. Parampreet Singh Chola. Jiawei Chen. Meet Gandhi. Yuli Han. Pramtesh Bharat Joshi. Dongying Lee. Wei Lu. Angelo Justin Paris. Sharat Krishnan Sedamadavan. Carmela Andrea Sumalong. Chun Kit Tang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting and Leadership, Jenica Shayane Ching. Swanakumar Pranava Modi. Runbing Ruan. Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality, shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Xin Huang, for a thesis entitled Extension of Permutation Entropy and Ordinal Pattern Analysis with Application to Financial Time Series Analysis. Dr. Kyu Hyung Park for a thesis entitled Identifying Temporal Patterns of Adherence to Antidepressants, Bisphosphonates and Statins, Associated Patient Factors and Healthcare Cost Outcomes.
Chancellor, Professor Tickley is Dr. Park's supervisor, and I would like to invite both for a photograph.
Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Macquarie Business School.
Chancellor, I call on Catherine Buryak, who graduated with a Bachelor of Actuarial Studies with a degree of Bachelor of Professional Practice, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Ms. Buryak.
Hi everyone, hope you're feeling awesome today. I'm Catherine, but I go by Cardio usually, and I finished the Actuarial Studies course back in late 2021. Took me a while to think about a topic to chat about today, but I finally settled on talking about how great the actuarial cohort at Macquarie was. So this might not apply to the other degrees graduating today. So what makes it stand out from the other courses? Firstly, the cohort's tiny compared to cohorts in other degrees like law and psychology. I think we started off with only about 120 students in first year, which trickled down to about 70 by the end of fourth year, as some people realized that chasing credits in messed up statistics and probability units isn't really something they want to suffer through more than once, which is a very fair point. I think the cohort can collectively agree that one lecturer really needs an internal reviewer to judge the difficulty of their exams before telling us it's not that bad, and the average is like 45%. Just tell us it's going to be bad so that we can prepare ourselves adequately for the wrath of the exam. Anyways, I digress. Because the cohort was so small and academic requirements were pretty set in stone, there was very little room for shuffling around, and everyone basically had the same study plans. This meant that once you found your friend group in first year, you'll be riding the wave along with them for the rest of the degree. And this was really awesome to have. We were also very lucky to have our first 2 years of uni in person. Definitely would have been a different situation if we started our degrees online. So yeah, having a tight-knit cohort also meant that group work was reasonably enjoyable, since we could always choose to work with people we were friends with, and who were also generally motivated to get all the exemptions. So luckily, I think most of us didn't have to go through those situations where one group member just disappears, or another member's only contribution is adding commas throughout a Google Doc an hour before it's due. So that was great. So having gone through actuarial studies with the same bunch of great people was really awesome. And when you go through internships and start work, you realize how tiny the actuarial world really is. Basically, everyone knows everyone across different companies, and crossing career paths with your old classmates or colleagues is not at all unlikely. And I find that pretty wholesome. And lastly, just wanted to say a quick thank you to all the lecturers that taught us throughout the degree, and also the actuarial department that was very supportive of our students and quite responsive. Even though the course is difficult, we wouldn't have our degrees without you all. So thank you. And I am about done. Hope everyone feels super accomplished in your robes and caps. Here's to graduating.
Thanks, Catherine. And you remind us that university experience is not just about getting the piece of paper at the end. It's the networks and the friendships and the collegiality that you experience on the way through. So thank you very much. Please join me in thanking Catherine.
Silver moon above the deep dark sky, through the vast night pierce your rays. This sleeping world you wander by, smiling on men's homes and ways. This sleeping world you wander by, smiling on men's homes and ways. tell him my silver moon. Mine are the arms that shall hold him, that between waking and sleeping think of the love that enfolds him, that between waking and sleeping think of the love that enfolds him. Cast his light forward, tell him, oh tell him who does for him stay. Let his path forward, tell him, oh tell him who does for him stay. Human soul, should it dream of me, let my memories awakened be. Oh, moon, do not wane, do not wane. Oh, moon, do not wane.
Distinguished guests, please join me in expressing our appreciation to Ms. Angela Brewer for that superb performance. Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia, and she always gets a very warm round of appreciation from our guests here. But I don't think she has ever received quite as warm a welcome as she's just had from this young lady down here, who was most enthusiastic in her clapping and blowing of kisses to Angela. So, congratulations, Angela. Thank you very much. We'll sign her up too. Please, ladies and gentlemen, also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, we have the wonderful Heather Moen-Boyd, and on the trumpet today, we're joined by Bruce Hellman. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives of our alumni community who volunteer their time to come and assist at graduations. So please, our alumni representatives here. Graduates. No longer graduands, graduates. This ceremony is a rite of passage, but not, I hope, the end of your connection with Macquarie Uni. You're now part of our family of alumni, a group of more than 200,000 people spread across 140 countries. We will keep in touch with you, and we hope that you will keep in touch with us through the alumni program. Make sure you come back to campus when you can, even just to enjoy the beautiful surrounds, but hopefully to attend alumni events and perhaps to undertake more study. Most importantly, remember the responsibilities that you're charged with now as graduates. Continue the hard work that has brought you to this place. Set demanding goals for yourself, goals to better your community. Retain your curiosity, pursue your dreams, and remember the people who helped you along the way. Now, some of those are here, as I mentioned before, and I acknowledge their support on your behalf. But please, graduates, as is traditional at these ceremonies, I'd ask you to stand and turn to the people who have supported you all the way through this and give them a round of applause in thanks. Now, please turn back to the front and remain standing. With me on the dais are the representatives of our academic staff, the people who have taught you, and I ask you to give them a round of thanks for all of their efforts as well. Finally, turn to yourselves, turn to one another and give yourselves a huge round of applause because you deserve it. Well done. Please, graduates, be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates of Macquarie University, on behalf of the staff and faculty of the university and of all of our continuing students, I again offer you my warmest congratulations. For all of you joining us here today, family and friends, I thank you on behalf of the entire Macquarie University community and in particular on behalf of your graduates. I'm going to invite our newest graduates and their families and friends to join us in the portico out through those doors shortly for refreshments. I'd invite you all to wander around our beautiful campus. Thankfully, it's not raining, so we can actually enjoy it today. I hope it'll retain a special place in your hearts and minds as time goes forward over the years ahead. But first, I'd ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to stand as we have first the official party and then our newest graduates depart the hall. Thank you very much.